Hello, and welcome back to ROCKIT Radio, the only radio station who will bring you the raging rock of the 80s straight to where you are. Last week, we had musical artist Axl Rose, lead singer of the rock band Guns N' Roses, to talk about his life as a musician and what it's been like. If you missed that show, well, don't worry, it's still available to listen to on the ROCKIT Radio website. Today, we have actress Olivia Jones here to talk about her upcoming film, Love My Way, named after the song by the Psychedelic Furs, following a group of teens in high school in the 80s. We'll be right back with that after the ads.
11 to 9 only. It's the Circuit City 10-hour sale. Friday only. Time counts down with savings in every department. Same order system with case, now a low $599.97. And this compact microwave oven, now an incredible $58.97. Hurry. Friday only, time really flies. At the Circuit City 10-hour sale. Friday only, 11 to 9 only.
Records and cassettes from Tower Records on sale for just $5.99. The hottest, newest hits include this EMI America release, Rant and Rave with the Stray Cats. I won't send you away. From Duran Duran, wrap-up 7 and the Ragged Tiger. And here's another new Capitol hit on sale at Tower, the Motel's Little Robbers. This year, for just $5.99, give them records and cassettes from Tower Records.
10,000 videos do when no one's watching.
Wow, what a difference! Hey, Vinny, long time.
Yeah, been on a 3-evening rental.
Oh, you look like a new release.
Oh, yes, ma'am, and I've never seen so many great videos. Or more kids' videos.
Blockbuster Video. More movies, more nights, more fun.
Blockbuster Video! Wow, what a difference!
Welcome back. Here I have with me Olivia Jones, here to do an interview on her new film, Love My Way. Hi.
Hi.
How has it been growing up and acting at the same time?
It's been fun. It's very, it's quite a unique experience. Obviously, not everyone kind of has been through that experience. There's been, bumps in the road, at the start of my career, there was a lot of, auditions and then never getting, a call back. And obviously, as a child, that's kind of disheartening. You kind of expect to go in and get it and, you want to get it. So, yeah, there was some, bumps in the roads. But really, it has been really fun, meeting these amazing actors and then being able to watch yourself on screen is just such a surreal experience, that you wouldn't really understand if you hadn't been there yourself. So, yeah.
It must have been difficult, though, balancing work and school at the same time.
Oh, yeah. So, school, as a kid, it was this got in the way of filming because, obviously, we could only do so many hours of filming and we had to make sure that we were getting our school hours in. But, to be fair, the cast and the crew, we're all really good at staying on track of that. The producers, the directors are very good at working around that, working with other actors on the sets while we kind of do our thing and then we kind of go back and do ours, and it's it all works out in the end. It's just as a kid when you're in your acting and then they're oh, go do English, you're no, I don't really want to. So yeah.
So obviously you've grown a lot from your first roles.
Yes.
How have you found the jump from doing children's roles in children's films to doing more mature roles like the one you're doing now?
Oh, it's been an experience. There was a lot of so going from the children's films to then a more grown up and mature, you have the fans that kind of follow you up, and then you have those fans' siblings or kids that kind of see you in these younger roles and then they see you in these older roles and they're whoa, what the hell? And so we've had quite a few angry parents that are how can you go from being a kids actor and then doing this? My kid, this isn't appropriate for my kid to watch, but I seen you. And it's kind of well, I didn't say that I was going to stay a kids actor,
Yeah.
But I think just a lot of people expect kids actors to stay kids actors and then kind of fall off. But so the ones that kind of go up, there is a lot of controversy around it, but it all works out in the end, and it has been really, really good for my career.
Which have you preferred, kids acting or more?
I think, although the kids acting was so fun, obviously it made up my childhood, a lot of like fond memories from that. I think, honestly, although I've only been in a few, the more mature films have been amazing. You get to work with so many actors of like different age ranges. It's not just kind of kids specifically, like when you're working on like Disney Channel and things like that, or with Disney, it's mostly you only really see the kids, unless you're in scenes with these big actors, and even then, like as a kid, you're kind of like, oh, it's just a person. But now going onto these sets and being with these amazing actors and like seeing how they work and kind of adapting those to your own has been amazing. And like obviously I feel like my career has really taken off since then, and I feel like I'm taken more seriously as an actor since being in these bigger roles, and so definitely the more mature films.
Yeah. So this new film you're
Yes.
in, Love My Way, what's it been like?
Honestly, so it's only been a short time, so I can only really speak like a little bit on kind of what we've done. The crew have been amazing. This is one of the best crew I think I've worked with. The producers, directors, lighting, cameras, they're all so on it. It's insane. Obviously, it's a bit different from being like an extra in the background of things like Outer Banks or in Goosebumps. You're kind of not the main focus, so then kind of shifting to the main focus and all the cameras and lights are on you specifically. It's a very different experience, but it has been really... it's been kind of nerve-wracking as well, very stressful, remembering so many lines and like getting to costuming and makeup on time. There's a lot of early mornings, late nights, but I don't think I'd change it, to be honest. It has been great, and working with people like Mason Thames, who's been amazing. We've only done a few kind of scenes together, but the ones that we have done, I think, have gone really well. Don't ask the directors on that. That's just my opinion. But yeah, it's been really good.
Can you tell us anything about the film? Or?
So it's set in the 80s in America. It's kind of like a coming of age film, kind of romancy. There's a little bit of everything in there, really. Obviously it's me and Mason as our characters. Can't really say much about that, but it's set in the 80s, like I said, which, you know, what can you expect? It's kind of the usual high school experience, especially the American high school experience. So yeah.
What drew you to this role then?
I think, so obviously I kind of always grew up watching like older films. Dirty Dancing is one of my favourites. Stand By Me, amazing films in the 80s. And so I think in my head I kind of always knew that I kind of wanted to do something like that. Like, I mean, from what you read, hear, see, like the music, everything, the culture, it was an amazing time to be alive, I think. So I think just that, like being in that immersive experience of the 80s is really what kind of drew me to it. And I was like, yeah, get me in that audition room.
Well, you've said that you've watched a lot of films from the 80s. Since you weren't obviously alive in the 80s,
yes.
How have you found trying to act like someone who was a teenager in the 80s?
I think, so it's been quite hard, obviously, because it's a very different time now, like the time that I've grown up compared to, like you said, in the 80s.
Yeah.
But I think we had kind of like briefs and prompts of like how to kind of be, and a lot of rehearsal went into it to kind of get that authentic act. Also, we actually invited people in to kind of give us their experience of when they were teenagers in the 80s. Obviously they're a lot older now, so which was amazing, by the way, like hearing some of their stories, and like you kind of get a bit of FOMO and you kind of want to be there and experience it, but you can't. And so I think that also contributed to us like wanting to bring that alive. So yeah.
Well, obviously this is quite a big cast. Obviously,
Yes.
like you said, Mason Thames is one of the main, but obviously there's a lot more roles in it. Who has been your favourite person to work with?
In all of like my kind of things, or just in this film?
Maybe both.
So obviously in this film, it's obviously going to be Mason. It's kind of been like a sibling energy. We kind of banter, we bounce off each other. But then when we are in our roles and in like that mindset, we just get straight on it. It's he's so easy to work with, and that's been really fun. Like in this short period, because like I said, we've only just really started like filming and that. I think in my whole career, I think Jack Black was amazing to work with in Goosebumps. Although I was only an extra, he's still very like watching him act and being just in the same room as him was like surreal. He's so funny, and like we had a few conversations where, because obviously he'd like I would have been in Moana. Dwayne, he was also amazing to work with. So yeah, I think those are probably some that stay in my mind.
Lovely. I've done a few interviews with Jack Black, obviously,
Yes.
because he's got such a wide range of
Yeah, he's amazing.
films that he's been in.
Mhm.
But so can we expect any more acting roles from you in the future?
I think so. Obviously, this is something that I want to stick at. I think I've come too far now to kind of go back on it. Yeah, definitely. I do think there will be more roles to come. 100%.
Amazing. Well, thank you for doing this interview
Thank you
with
for
me.
having me.